Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we out here on the spot. Another episode, glorious day. Force season 3. I was gonna say season 5. Season 3, episode 5. I'm one of your hosts, Easy Yon.
And this is Nat Mighty Young, y'all.
Man, halfway point of the season, the critical juncture point. What's gonna happen? Who's gonna die? That's the fucked up part. Everyone looks forward to who's gonna die. You know what I mean? Like everyone looks at one person, the first episode of any power or whatever. Like, oh, they're definitely gonna die. They're gonna like, bro, what are we doing? Like, can't everyone just have a fruitful life?
No, that's facts, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, wow. Like, but it's sadly in these type of shows, they don't want to give us that, that good kumbaya ending, you feel me?
No, they gotta go. They gotta go. And so, I mean, it is what it is. Of course, this episode just opens up with an obvious, not obvious, but a casual death. You know what I mean? It's power. Like in the world of power, you're not gonna live.
No, that's facts.
Zipping up something?
Oh yeah, no, I'll just zip into my jacket real quick. My bad.
Yeah, no, Smurfing gang, just chilling out, barbecue, drinking, whatever. And then those two are loyal, by the way. Aren't they the guys who watched Vic at the end of season 2 in that warehouse?
They were also in the show a little bit before that, in the beginning of season 2.
Yeah.
They've been pretty loyal.
Yeah, they kind of work. Yeah, they worked their way up basically in a way to become Tommy's like trusted. You know what I mean? Like they're like his right hand in a way. If that makes sense. They kind of are like his Julio and I'm trying to think of another person. Honestly, 2-Bit, I guess you could say, in a small little way.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
You know what I mean? Like a little bit there, but yeah, no, they're just chilling and like get randomly shot up by some people, but everyone makes it out alive except the dude in the wheelchair. Who was just having some fun, doing some wheelies and stuff. And what's his name? Is his name Smurf? The dude who goes off?
Smurf, yep, yeah, Smurf was the one that was yelling, screaming.
He's like, ah! I'm like, damn, bro. Damn, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I get that.
We feel that he just lost a brother,
No, it's great that we get some more out of Smurf, though, in terms of, like, acting, you know what I mean? A little more oomph to him.
Oh yeah,
but
that's right. He's been pretty like, what's it called? What's that word? He's been pretty stagnant the whole time he's been in the show. Him and Bones.
Oh, hold up, pause. You moving a lot.
No, it's probably just. I think it's just my phone. I'm right here.
Okay, it sounded like you were just moving a lot. We're good though.
Are you sure? Because I hear it. I hear it too. Who the hell is that, bro? I'm literally sitting down, bro. I swear. What the fuck?
Alright, we're good. No, I mean, if it's not rubbing up on your jacket or something, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
No, I took out my jacket too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, we have a ghost in this spot. But anywho, it's all good. We'll figure it out. But essentially, fucking yeah. So Claudia and Elise essentially, they're just trying to plan the next steps against Tommy. Elise is obviously worried, as she should be, because the previous episode, she got fucked. She not fucked over. What am I saying? Wow. She tried to record Tommy, and well, we already know Tommy. He's been through everything. He pulled that phone out quickly and knew she was recording. She's like, "You're not in this. You're not ready for this life." So she got the warning once, and now that Claudia's out, Tommy's definitely gonna chase her. And we got the freaking Marquez cartel too, who are gonna find out that Claudia snitched. And Claudia's telling Elise, "Don't worry about it. I'm good." Bro, what? What's good about the situation? It's not good for you guys.
No, it's not. It's not. It's just gonna bring more fucking issues.
Now, she's running out of time. We knew that from the end when she killed Liliana, we knew her time was coming. Well, when Tommy found out she was the one. But Claudia, of course, stupid ass, says, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to Tommy, let's set up this meet. But, Tommy ain't stupid, though. He knows when he's being punked, when he's being played. I mean, in his mind, he's probably thinking, Claudia got out pretty quickly, pretty suddenly.
Yeah.
And they had that one Asian lawyer on lock. I'm sure she would have mentioned something to Tommy about Claudia snitching or doing
he hasn't
something.
Been around like this whole season,
Yeah, she's been the one to give him updates about everything too. She was the one who facilitated the King Kilo thing too, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
She did.
Bring her back.
The other one too. Remember with what's the The one that Diamond put in a wheelchair.
I forgot his name, but I know who you're talking about.
I'm trying to remember his name. He was in season 1.
Is he still around?
Oh, Rayos.
Yeah, because he forced him.
Rojas.
Yeah, because I remember the blackguard set him up. It's like, what is this, man? What is? You shouldn't be having this on you. He's like, oh, come on. You trying to set me up? Really? Is that how you want to play? So
I gotta play ball with Diamond Samson.
No, yeah. So I mean, overall, I mean, a lot of moving pieces coming back. Like I said, she should make a slot return for the season, but we'll see. Whatchamacallit? I learned this from the. So I was watching STARZ on Prime, right? Amazon Prime, and I was able to find out who the character in the next scene Stacey's talking to, the police chief. You wanna know what his name is?
Who?
Judson Lawrence.
From where?
No, his name is Justin Lawrence, like his character name.
Oh,
yeah, no, they didn't make it. They didn't say anything. I looked at the credits and I'm like, let me just make sure. And because Prime is pretty dope with that. Like you can, if you're watching STARZ there, you can see who the actor is and like where they're from, but like you can also see what character their name is. Like anyone, like officer, this person, background. You know what I mean? So it's like just a weird thought, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of interesting though. You get more names like that, at least kind of pick up on people. They don't do it for all of them though, fortunately. But yeah, no, Stacey basically's in that position where she's not being blackmailed. What is it? Like the police chief is like, he wants money and the police will back your mayoral candidate thing. Right? Like something like that? Like he's trying to get money for it basically.
Are you talking about Tubby?
Huh?
Are you talking about the guy that's trying to like help Stacey?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like he's pretty much trying to like promote her as, the governor, correct? Or was it a
mayor?
Mayor, yeah. He's trying to promote her for the mayor pretty much, but he wants her to like follow certain rules.
Right, be a puppet essentially, in a way.
Yeah. She wants like the police to fall in line, like her officers. They pretty much want her to like run the ship the way they want to run it. And
obviously she's against that, but down the road you got to see how it plays that out, because then next scene, like I said, I like how Power diversifies their scenes too. They show us that there's multiple plot lines going on, because we forget JP's in this bitch and he's just freaking out when Tommy tells him, yeah, so D-Mac's back in CBI. JP's just chilling too, by the way. He's like, what?
And he's like, what the hell? He said, what? That's not a good idea.
Bro, JP's reaction to finding out anything about D-Mac is crazy. And then when Tommy's like, where's D-Mac? JP's like, relax, he's not a big deal. He shot a cop. And he's like, what? JP, bro, JP freaks out every time, bro.
Nah, JP, his reaction to that was hella funny. I was like, damn.
Then when remember D-Mac was rocking through the house, he's ready to leave. He's like, shut up, I just caught another body today. I'm that guy. JP, he's like, what? Like every time deep, you know what I mean? He always keeps getting alerted something crazy. And he's like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's
JP,
true,
bro. Poor JP, man. Damn.
Yeah, he has to deal a lot with D-Mac, but I mean, it's the price he pays for being the deadbeat father.
Yeah, no, and I'll respect it. He admits it too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? JP knows what's up, but I mean, low key though, every time JP loses his shit, I get giggly. I'm like, I laugh a little bit at that. I'm like,
but it's sad because like he has his reasons of like being away, but at the same time, it's still inexcusable. But at the same time, it's fucked up.
Because he's trying to think D-Mac is changing, but the situation just keeps getting worse. He shot a cop. Okay, he's hidden. He comes back and catches a body. What the fuck? And now he comes back and he's in a gang? Bro, no. You know what I mean, like, this is the last thing JP needs.
No, that's facts. That's facts.
But, so we find out it's the Yardies who shot up Smurf in them. Well, you know, like I said, Smurf made it out there and everything, but it's essentially the Yardies basically just want payback for Tommy. They said that Tommy killed one of their people.
I believe that was back in like 101 when, as a matter of fact, wasn't Tommy like saving Jannard and Vic in 101? Of course.
Was that the one? Was that the one? Was that is that who was talking about? Those two
Yep,
guys?
I think that was them, right? Was it, or was it somebody else?
Well, I was gonna say remember the parking guy in the beginning? Well, he didn't kill him though. He didn't do anything. Yeah. He had to. Wait, did Tommy do anything to those two guys?
I don't remember, honestly. I don't know if those are.
Go back.
Honestly, don't know if those are the guys, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But they hinted at because they hinted it because it's like Tom when he was rolling through town, you know what I mean. So it had to be his first time. But I mean, honestly, bro, I'm not gonna lie. That like I said, I feel like nobody really goes back and watches Force. Unfortunately, I go back every now and then. I never watched the first episode. I don't know why. I mean, I know some parts of it, but it's like, huh?
Yeah, you know, I only go back. I mean, I do be going back to Force, but it's only when I have to. You know.
Season 1 and 2 are low key pretty lit for Force. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that's just the only options you got. But season one, I felt was raw.
Yeah, no, definitely. Season 1, bro, was oof. Like it felt like OG Power for sure. It felt like Ghost was there.
And then, so yeah, Diamond and Jannard plotting to take out the Yardies, and Tommy essentially gives Claudia a phone call. You know, when she's at the spot to meet up. And Tommy being, like we mentioned, you just said Ghost a second ago, something Ghost would have done 100%, but old Tommy wouldn't have done. But he scouts that bitch. He looks all over, he sees a fucking van or a truck or something parked perfectly, hidden.
No, that's fact.
Bro, it's fucking wild, bro. Like he's not stupid. She's like something about talking about drugs, and Tommy's like, why would you sell drugs, Claudia? That's something really bad. You shouldn't be doing that. Like like they think Tommy's a dumbass.
No, that shit was hella funny. Like Tommy was really playing it off, and then Stacy was getting so mad. She was like shaking her head like while they were listening.
Because Tommy, it basically meant that Tommy knew he was being heard.
Yeah, pretty much. That's really what that was.
Then forward a bit later, Claudia just pulls up on Vic at the apartment, which I think Claudia tried to say that was her apartment, which I think it was, because I remember in season 1 she was there more, but basically she's trying to recruit Vic or, you know, team up against Tommy, but Vic's like, nah, how the fuck did you get out? Like, you know, what the fuck? You know
nah,
what I mean?
Crazy, bro. No, that shit was wild. I was like, dang. I was like, she just got into the house out of nowhere. I'm like, damn, I mean, that was her house at one point. That was her spot.
Yeah, like I said, yes. Season 1, yeah, people forget. She was the person running things, you know what I mean? That was her. But
people forget that.
Essentially though, you know, Claudia, you know, Vic's like, no, fuck you, Claudia, we're not working together. And as she's leaving, Ray pulls up, the one who works for Stacy as her campaign advisor, manager thingy, and then the whole thing is revealed in that moment. Like all Claudia said is like, yeah, I'm his sister. Boom. Ray put the 2 and 2 together. They're brother and sister. And so she's like, you're fucking lying to me. Who the fuck? Then the whole sympathy thing in every love story or every show, wherever they're like, no, look, I pretended to not like you for a prank, but I fell in love with you along the way. You know what I mean? Type shit. Like, that's literally what it came off as when he stopped the elevator or something like that. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna stop you if you want to go. Like, bro, what? I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, I get it, right? But it just felt kind of corny to me. Like, keep that shit for cable TV, bro. This is premium streaming service television. I don't know.
No, that's facts. It was crazy.
But essentially though, yeah, Vic puts Tommy on notice. He kind of tells him like, yo, Stacy needs money. He needs, you know, campaign donation. You know, and she takes the campaign donation, you know, from a quote unquote known criminal. It's gonna make her look bad. And then Vic in the process as well is kind of smart about it. He tells Tommy, he's like, Yeah, Stacy has me on the witnesses for killing that Colin dude, art studio thing. Like who's the witness? And then Tommy, you know what I mean? He pulls up on that witness straight up.
I knew that
And just
storyline was gonna pop back up. I knew they were gonna have to get her because I remember when she snitched on Vic in season, I believe that was season 2, right?
yep.
When they interrogated her, and then after that, Stacy, she tried to coerce her to snitch on Tommy,
Exactly.
and then I believe, what's his name? Frank. What's I forget. I be forgetting his name, bro. But her husband,
Franco?
he said he stopped it. You know, he pretty much like he said, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
But yeah,
because he realized she was he realized she was coercing her into like a further statement. Like there we got Vic, why are you pushing for someone else? And
exactly.
you know, and the thing is, I want to say this too. Some other shows do this, but Power is pretty good about doing it. Though in the previews, like previously on Power, if they mention something from like season 1 or even OG Power or another, you know what I mean, anything like outside of the, you know what I mean, anything serious like that, they'll immediately reference that. So I can imagine, for example, after Raising Kanan's done, by the time Origins is on, maybe they're gonna have previously on Power. You know, they're gonna use Raising Kanan flashbacks. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be able to use pieces to kind of remind you, like, hey, this part's relevant for this episode. It may not be for other books, but it will be within the book itself. So, like, they'll pull something from season 2, season 1. Remember the last episode or season? I think it was like episode 4 when they had Manny come in. Remember they had her
Oh
in the
yeah,
preview
yeah,
as
Manny
well.
from
When
from season
Jannard,
2.
yeah,
Yeah,
when Jannard stole her chain, yeah. So they had that preview in there. So it kind of ties it in together. You know what I mean? Like they're
yeah.
smart
No,
about it.
you're saying what?
Oh, I said they're smart about it.
No, that's facts. That's facts, bro. Like, yeah, no, we knew. Yeah, as soon as the moment she snitched on Vic, I said, yeah, she's gonna pay for that. Somebody's gonna do something to her. You know, her maybe Fat Tony's gonna help too. But I guess we see. You know, all Tommy did was chop it up with her, right?
Exactly. And before we get into that, Diamond got into it with the Yardies when he was trying to, you know, pull them into their coalition, which I actually thought was going to happen because that's all the mission was, you know, reduce the violence, you know, because obviously Shay's always been about, every meeting with Shay has been no war, more money. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't want war. And bring in the Yardies, get this money in. But then there's like at the last minute, they're like, you got to give this guy up though, real quick. You know what I mean? Because I hate, bro. I needed that guy to get got, bro. Fuck
That
that
shit
dude.
was
He didn't.
crazy when Diamond switched that up last second, bro. I know you see, it's like we finally met Zamos. You know, the long awaited arrival. You know, like they've been anticipating him like Breeze, if you think about it, for a little bit, like in like the Force world in season 1
For who?
for Zamos.
For the Yardies?
Yeah, Zamos, the leader.
I don't recall the hype for him.
They've been talking about him since season 1. You didn't hear about his. You haven't heard about him?
Sounds like a fucking Egyptian god or something like that.
Remember they said Zamos this, Zamos that. I'm gonna make the introduction to Zamos and the Yardies, and then we finally see Zamos in the episode.
They mentioned him throughout the season. I recall.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like all throughout the show. I'm like, bro, what? I mean,
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
You know what's funny too? When the Yardies were mentioned throughout the show, I thought the Yardies meant.
You said what?
I thought the Yardies meant the prison yard.
Oh, what the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah, no, but they switch up the whole thing, and then pretty much they just lay out the Yardies entirely. Bada bing, bada boom.
No, that was like so quick. Like that execution was so fast, bro.
No, quick and easy, and that's what they do. Remember,
Yeah.
no more war after that. I mean, like I said, they gotta chop off the head. And
Yeah. Diamond's becoming his own man now, you know. He's starting to trust Jannard more and more.
yeah, slowly but surely, you know what I mean. He's got to make him. They're slowly building that trust again. That was obviously teased throughout season 1 and 2. When season 1 they basically ended the thing at the end, season 2 slowly molding relationship towards the end, and then season 3 is now building that trust back together, and we might see it come to full fruition. But Tommy and Vic, then they pulled the ace out of their sleeve and pull up on Stacy, and yeah, they didn't do anything to the witness. Tommy just had her record a video saying that Stacy paid her 150 grand to lie about Vic being a who was it? Lie about Vic, being involved in a murder.
Crazy, bro.
And she said basically, Tommy and Vic were basically like, yo, you better take the money and basically get Claudia security pulled, or this video gets shown and you get blown the fuck up. That's a Tariq move right there. I'm not gonna lie. Is that not Tariq right there?
Nah, it definitely is, bro. That definitely is. It's a ghost move.
The blackmail.
Hell yeah. I was like, whoa. For a second I said, no. Tommy is not about to off Stacy. No.
No, he could not. No.
I was like, there's no way, bro.
I think even he knows that's stupid.
That would have been sick. That would have been like, man. I mean, not sick. It would have been a surprise, but because it's Tommy. But it would have been like, damn, you gonna do that to Stacy? That's crazy.
No, but Stacy's got no choice. She's got to take the money, and at that point, that's when Stacy tells Claudia, "Hey, I need you to get Tommy Egan." And she talks so mysteriously at this point. She's not saying kill him, but she's saying like, I just need him to be eliminated, no matter how it may be. Like, bro, what? And then it's just like, god damn. In that moment, you don't know whether she's actually just she's setting her up for Tommy to clip her, or she's just actually wanting Claudia to get rid of Tommy before anything else goes further. Because it kind of plays you know what I mean? They play it pretty equally. You don't know what side she's on. And goddamn, Claudia's ready for it.
Yeah, no, that's facts. That's facts. It's like, man, Claudia, got a trick up her sleeve.
But then Diamond and Jannard finally fucking be happiest kid ever. Got his Christmas wish. He meets Shay.
Finally.
Bro was so happy to have the meeting with him. It's funny because I think in season 2 they met, but Tommy just told Jannard. He told Jannard to get him a drink.
Yeah, in the season 2 finale, you're right.
Yeah. He's like, Jannard, get us a drink, or get Shay a drink.
I was like, damn, bro. I was like, this guy Tommy, bro, he be feeling it around Jannard sometimes. I'm like, damn, Tommy just be like, he just be reckless with Jannard. He don't care.
No, honestly. And then JP and Tommy, just get together, drink a beer, and then think about Kate. And I think at this point, Kate is in Ghost, right? Not Ghost. The fuck? She's in New York, right?
Yep.
At what point in Ghost is this right now? Season 2 or 3?
I honestly don't know. All we know is that she's in New York, but I don't know if this was in the end of season 3 when she visited New York, when her and Tommy made an appearance in Ghost, but I don't know if this was after that, because sometimes the timeline, they be janky with the timeline.
But yeah, when does Tommy leave to Chicago? Is it after book 1?
Right after book 1. You don't remember?
No, I remember that. I'm just saying, when does he come back at the end of Ghost season 1 then?
Bro, the timeline is fucked up, bro. They be fucking up the timeline.
Well, I'm trying to say, because that's the thing. When in Force did we actually see him leave?
Technically, it's supposed to be after. It's supposed to be after. It's supposed to be after book 1, but he came back in Ghost.
That's what I'm saying. So maybe he was just lurking around.
He came back and then he went to Chicago after that. Probably.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, exactly. He never really fully went to Chicago just yet. I think he dipped around for a bit and then came back to New York to finalize everything at the end of season 1, and then he left to Chicago to, once he faked his death and all that. And then maybe that's the thing now, when it comes down to Because here's the thing: in season 3 in Force, we're nearing the end of Ghost season 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tariq, the phone call and all stuff. So, when in season 2 does Tommy go back to New York when he meets up with Tasha? Remember at the end of season 2 of Ghost?
I don't remember. I don't know. I honestly don't know if we're gonna. Hopefully, what if we see it like in this season?
You think?
If that's the case, then that means that the Force timeline is pretty slow, huh? Or that means the Ghost timeline isn't as far ahead as we thought.
Something's fucked up. I don't even know what to say.
That's what I'm telling you. The writers, bro. I'm telling you, it gotta be a writing malfunction or something. It has to be, because bro, there's no way. Tommy should have went straight to New York. He should have went straight to Chicago after like book 1, but they didn't explain like that ending part, like of him going back. Like, I guess they did a little bit, but I mean, like you got me thinking, like they should have gave us more.
Yeah, because during season 2 of Force, you don't see him actually go anywhere. He's there all the time.
Oh my gosh, bro, you're not lying, bro. Oh my goodness, he's literally there. Like we don't see nothing.
Is he doing this off screen?
Man, I hope they didn't do that, bro. I hope not. I would hate that, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, how about this? Well, we do know this, right? Before we let's go back on track. But remember when Tasha knocked out Tariq, and then Tommy explained to Tasha, he's like, "I'm an uncle, you know, I got a nephew, and I got a brother." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it sounded fresh in his mind. So, shoot, maybe in between the end of season 1 and like somewhere before the halfway point of season 2, episode 5. I don't know, man. Damn.
Yeah, it's tough.
It has to be before he met Maria.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it was before. I think it was probably before that whole Miguel storyline.
Man, I don't even know. Wilding out here. But hey, we'll figure that out. Hopefully, like I said, maybe we'll see the timeline get mixed up and fixed. But essentially, the Irishmen, this is unexpected. I didn't even expect this, but the Irish people who were working for the Flynn's prior are just like at Vic. They're like, "Yo, what happened to our bars?" Like they're all going away to these Albanians, and Vic explains it's like, it's not me. You know, I can't do anything about it. And they're like, you know, we got men that will, you know, work for you. You know, you're a Flynn. You know what I mean? And then Vic's like, all right, bet. Let's do this. So I'm not gonna lie, it's interesting now. So we got Vic Flynn running things again.
Yeah, pretty much. Even after everything that happened to him at the end of season 2 and even like early season 3, bro, it looks like Vic is starting to have like a resurgence, especially with his new girlfriend. Fun fact, the girl that he is messing with in the show is his wife in real life.
Yo, I saw a post about that a day before the episode came out, and I genuinely did not know that. And I mean, I never thought to look into it, but thank you for confirming that for me. That kind of make that, hey, you know, your partner is always usually the best acting partner, I guess, right?
And what's crazy is I seen that exact same post as you did at probably the exact same time.
Crazy, bro. Like Facebook be knowing what we're trying to watch, and it's like all these random fan groups that I'm not even a part of just randomly pop them on my feed.
Oh my goodness. Like, it's not just you. That's crazy. I'm in some of those groups.
Now, you know, the thing is, I'm not in any of those groups, but they pop up for me, and I'm like, fuck it. I'll like it just because it's funny. You know what I mean? I don't care.
No, facts.
But, no, but it's still crazy to me, like, in terms of that stuff when you see it everywhere. But yeah, no, it's great to have a partner acting with you, you know? Both of you have a job, you know what I mean? It's nice, so see this little push going forward for them. But yeah, Tommy essentially warns Elise to get the fuck out the game. He's not telling her again. He's done. He's just telling her she's got to go because at this point, Claudia's got to go, and if Elise is with her, she's a casualty. and he knows Elise isn't part of the game. So as she's going off in her limo, we basically just get the hint, or not the hint because it's a pregnancy test, but Maria is officially pregnant. So no rumors, no tales. Maria is officially pregnant from the pregnancy test. So that's going to be something that we hope isn't going to turn into a Holly thing where she never tells Tommy and she dies, and then Tommy finds out after.
Wow, man. Tommy's gonna have a little Tommy. That's crazy. Tommy. Wow. That's crazy. He's gonna have a little Tommy.
No, for real. And at this point, it's one of those things where Vic leaves a voicemail for Claudia, right? He's just like, yo, let's do this. You know, I know we're not on the same page as always, but this is our chance to get back together. We got to do this.
Call me back.
And then at that moment, the next scene after is Tommy and Claudia facing off in his, was it his apartment? Right? His
I believe Claudia was going into a place where she was supposed to set up Tommy with somebody, and then Tommy's just sitting there like he got the drop on her. She's shocked.
Mm-hmm. And then they get into a shootout, and you know, of course, she gets shot. She gets got. And before she goes, you know, Tommy tells her straight up, like, yo, I respected you. You're the best friend.
Facts. And she even said, I killed Liliana! She started shooting, remember?
She didn't give a fuck anymore.
I said, oh yeah, she's dead. She's trying to be like Proctor. She's gonna end up like Proctor. Oh yeah. You know?
When Proctor just kept shooting and shooting until there was no more bull. You know, it's funny, I saw Proctor on the actor in a WWE segment, the Entourage.
Yeah.
It was just, I don't know, it was just funny seeing him in that kind of position. You know, when you see him as a lawyer, it's like, oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
But it also makes me think about how they hire people for power, like different roles from different places. It's nice. I always respect it, always. But yeah, Tommy kills Claudia, and Shanti, of all people, is who Tommy calls to clean up the mess. But then also Shanti, of course, drops the gem on Tommy that while you were gone, Diamond and Jeanette took care of the Yardies, and Tommy's like, wait, what? Like, yeah. So you better watch out for Diamond and Jeanette because, you know, they're now getting closer than ever. You better watch out for that.
Yeah, Shanti's planting some seeds in Tommy's head on purpose, but we'll see if Tommy's going to catch on. But we already know that this is going to build division between him and Diamond for a little bit, but it's only a matter of time before Tommy sees the whole board. So it's going to be interesting to see the second half of the season and how this shit turns out, how this shit plays out for the final season.
No, and then also, I mean, looking at it as well, I mean, it's one of those things where Tommy's going to be left alone to his vices. You know what I mean?
Facts.
He's going to be left alone. He's got to figure all these things out.
Facts.
So, I don't know. We'll see. Because, well, again, we know Tariq's going to be coming into play to help him. That's kind of a given.
Yeah. Hopefully, you know, he has some other people on his side, but I don't know. We're going to see us looking very bad.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's not all too bad. But then Maria pulls up to the apartment, ready to just, like, tell Tommy the news, I'm sure, and that she sees the damage done from the shootout. And she's just like, what the fuck? And Tommy comes in like, oh my gosh, Maria, I wasn't expecting you. Like, that's some casual shit you can just say.
Yeah, and then she was kind of frightened. She said, we'll talk later.
Honestly, yeah, no. Damn. Well, I mean, like I said, Maria doesn't tell him the secret, unfortunately. So it's a tease and a shock to the fans, but it's in the pajamas are there. But if I'm Tommy, I'm looking around like, what are these? What are these? What are these? And then, what is Maria gonna say then? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? God damn it.
Nah, that's facts.
But yeah, prediction time. What's gonna happen?
Shit, I don't know. We're gonna see. You know, this time I want to do this with the open mind, because if I have a prediction, that means I'm gonna be thinking about it a lot. And I'm gonna be thinking about it and thinking about it until I know some of them are gonna be right. So I'm gonna go in with the open mind because I've been going with the open mind all season. So I'm gonna continue to do that.
I like that. I like that. Well, yeah, no, I mean, anything can happen in Force. So all we can do is really hope and wait for the best at this point.
Facts.
Bodies are gonna stack, that's for sure, though. But otherwise, do you have any additional notes to add?
No. I feel like
Fuck
episode
yeah.
5 was a
Well,
banger.
otherwise, yeah. No, episode 5, the halfway point's officially passed. Season 3, episode 6 is gonna drop soon, and then oh man, I mean, 4 weeks away. Hopefully, there's no breaks in between. But fuck it.
I feel like they might be one for like a week or a week and a half, but we'll see.
Now watch episode 9. It's gonna be like aired at the end of this month or some shit, and then like episode 10 won't air for like 3 weeks.
Shit, that might happen. Hopefully
Don't
that
say
doesn't.
that.
Hopefully it doesn't.
All right, y'all, take it easy. We'll see y'all season 3, episode 6. Peace.
Peace.